It's been so long, but we did it. I've found the secret. I actually ranked up a bunch. No clickbait, no warm up and practice your aim or whatever. None of that. I've achieved enlightenment. Hi, welcome to my channel where I talk about things that interest me because that's all I do all the time. I've been playing competitive games for over 6 years now, and I've finally figured out how to avoid getting hard stuck. Aside from Dead by Daylight, where you can just rank up by playing the game normally, I've played the competitive modes of CSGO, Overwatch, Valorant, and Apex Legends. In CSGO, I was High Nova until the great ELO recentering a few years ago, after which I ended up in Silver 3 and stopped playing. In Overwatch, I placed rank 60 in Season 1 and stayed at the edge of Plat and Gold for the next 20 seasons. In Apex, I played for one season, Season 7, and I reached Gold 1 like a week before the end of the rank split, never managing to hit Plat in that time window. And in Valorant, I have finally figured it out. This is the method I used after hundreds of hours of trial and error to go from Bronze 1 with 0 RR to the middle of Gold 1 in a single season on Valorant Competitive, as in last season, Episode 2, Act 2. Quick note, this only explains how to get out of ELO Hell in Iron, Bronze, and Silver. At higher ranks where people understand the game, like Diamond and above, it's going to be a lot more skill-based with fewer tips and tricks that are actually going to make an impact on your gameplay. So for a quick history of my MMR, I placed in Gold during the beta and Silver during Season 1, and then deranked into Bronze and stopped playing for 6 months. So my MMR is probably higher than the MMR of the other people in Bronze, which means that I get put with worse teammates to make it fair. This causes a problem, because when I was solo queuing in Bronze, I was getting irons and children and drunk 35-year-olds and toxic jet insta-lock shitters and all the other bad garbage on my team in every single game, not just occasionally. I also wasn't able to perform on an individual level at all because my teammates wouldn't clear or smoke things properly, leaving me to watch 3 angles at all times, which is super hard. So my teammates were bad, and that made it too difficult for me to perform well, and I was just losing half my games because of factors completely out of my control. So the solution was to find people to queue with, and only rely on each other for the entire process. I did this with Jordan, Stutzy, who duo queued with me for the entire season, and we'd bring in other players who we got on our team in the rare occasion that we had a good teammate, sometimes even adding the opposing team's top frag when I dropped 30 frags in a game we lost. Having at least a couple of people who you know can perform and have your back is the biggest thing here. I still now pretty much exclusively play with 2 or 3 players daily that I know will at least carry their weight, if not more. If possible, queue with people that are a higher rank with you so that you can get more competent teammates as well, because nobody knows what's going on until high plat or so, which means you've got to get every advantage you can get. On top of that, I did practice a lot. You don't have to warm up on aim labs every day and play 3 death matches per comp game or whatever if you're in Bronze and Silver. As long as you can hold an angle and clear a corner, you're fine, and you don't need to be able to do some of the insane stuff that I'm doing on screen right now. I'd say just do a couple rounds of medium armored bots in the practice range with your preferred rifle on unlimited ammo, and then one with the sheriff headshots only. Try to get over 24 2 times in a row with the rifle and you're golden. The next big part of the strategy is to not play on off days, which sucks because I know that I want to play the game even when I'm having an off day, but if you're feeling bad about your aim for some reason, or your game sense is betraying you, just go play Apex Casual or something. You're not going to rank up if you're going on a 4-game losing streak every time you have an off day. Also, a quick list of things you need to understand to punch above Silver. You need to know how to play the bomb, how taking space and getting info works as a whole, how to peek and hold angles properly, how to manage your economy, how to pick a team comp, and how the weapon accuracy system works, i.e. don't move while shooting in most cases, don't ADS all the time, how to counter strafe, spray patterns, when to spray versus when to tap, etc. Another thing is to be nice to people, and I know you hear this all the time, but you are really going to get nowhere by flaming people. If you want to recommend a change to somebody's playstyle, just tell them, oh, you should aim at head level, or you need to clear U-Haul because we need somebody to clear it because there's always someone waiting there. If they don't listen and they keep losing you rounds because of it, then flame them by all means, they're just being an idiot. But don't come out of the gate swinging, And if someone's not getting a lot of kills, just know that they still could be contributing. If your jet entries every time and you trade her for a kill and sight control, that's huge value that will show as 0 and 12 at the end of the half. If your Killjoy or Viper plants and then runs off to Narnia to hold post plants and wins you rounds, that's value that will leave them at the bottom of the leaderboard, so don't immediately devalue someone for going negative. But if your Raze is just lurking cross map every round and dying in the same spot, you should probably ask them to come clear the site with you, because they're going to lose you the game. A lurk is only helpful if it gives you a man advantage. Also, some people are just having bad days. I've gone 9 and 20 before, I've gone 30 and 5 before. It's just a day-to-day thing, and you shouldn't report people for throwing just because they're having an off day. You can usually tell when spectating someone whether they're having an off day or if they're just straight up bad. Lastly, and this is the second most important thing behind playing with good teammates, is you need to play more. On the one hand, it'll help you improve, but mainly if you're better than the rank you're at and you follow these tips, you will rank up over time, and playing more will speed up the process. Getting out of ELO Hell is just a slog that you're going to have to muscle through. So these tips, queue with good players, actually learn the game, be nice, skip off days, etc., will only help you get out of ELO Hell. There's a point where you'll actually have to become good at the game, and that's the point at which you'll have to practice hard, get your game sense up, your aim, and your executes and post plans up to par to compete. Iron through Silver is not that level though. I'm starting to slow down on the ranking up now. I feel like I'm going to plateau around Gold 3 or Plat 1 and finally have to improve my aim and game sense, because while the clips I've shown make me look good, people in high Plat can do even more insane stuff on the regular. Remember that the ELO ranking system for team games is a terrible system, and that while you're going to lose 40 of your games, 40 of your games, only 40 and the rest will be wins. Remember that the ELO ranking system for team games is terrible, and that while you're going to lose 40% of your games and win 40% of your games due to factors outside of your control, it's about whether you can perform well enough to impact that 20% in the middle and progress off of that. That's all I wanted to say on the topic. I just thought that was interesting. Thanks for watching.